I have a masculine job. How do I stay feminine? Hello, my name is Chengi, and you, my precious one, are my world. Welcome to Chengi's world. Those of you who are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment, and let's have this a party. Okie dokie. So here I am today to talk to you about I have a masculine job. How do I manage to stay feminine? I've had a lot of these sort of comments and questions in my world, in my forums on Chengi's Angels, in other places with my clients, where they've come to me and they're like, my job is so masculine, and then I'm a mom, which means I'm also my masculine energy, and the work I do requires a lot more masculinity. And to be honest, this is the environments that I am more likely to meet a man. It's in my career, it's at work, but because I'm doing, masculine jobs, how am I going to manage this? You don't have to quit your career. You don't have to stop being a bus driver and stop driving trucks. And, if that's something that you enjoy, then, you go ahead and do that. I used to have a job where I used to drive a big van. Yes, I did. Yeah. Okay. And I would have this big van, and, take it to the petrol station, and I would get out of the van and I'd be wearing a pretty little dress and high heels, right? Because that's just how I roll. So it's not really about you having to change your job, but it really is about showing up as a feminine woman. We don't have to take on the persona of our jobs. We can do the job. I don't need to look like a trucker. I don't need to look dirty and angry and swear like a sailor in order for me to drive a big van or a big bus, or I can still be a feminine woman. I can still come out of that van looking like a girl, right? I can still put lipstick on. We don't have to fall. I think a lot of us feel like we have to fall into some sort of category. We feel like if this is what they do here, then this is how I have to behave here. But it really takes true character to understand that no, you don't. If everybody, I have a lady who's an entertainer, and she swears like a sailor because she's an entertainer and comedian, and she has been convinced and fully persuaded that the only way she's going to be funny is if she swears, because that's what happens. Most comedians, entertainers swear like sailors. So she doesn't know how not to. Here I am saying, girls, really, if we're going to be feminine, we're not going to swear like sailors. Our language and the way we show up and the way we portray ourselves is everything, because it's signaling, like I've said in my previous videos, the kind of man that you want. So coming back to you, precious angels, you can still be feminine. You can be, even if you are wearing jeans, maybe you don't have to wear a dress and cute heels like I used to do, but you can still wear a nice pair of jeans and a nice top, put some lipstick on, have your hair in a nice bun, and fresh faced, looking pretty. You can be the flower amongst the men. You can practice amongst the truckers or amongst the men at work how you can still be respected and still be the feminine, right? These are skills and things that we can practice. Even you can still speak as a feminine woman. You can still show up as a feminine woman. You don't have to have crusty nails because you are in a masculine kind of job. You don't have to wear black unless it's part of your uniform because you're in a masculine job. You don't have to show up. I have a friend of mine who works in the city. She's a banker, and she is a sensation because she will go to work in a dress like the one I'm wearing and a pair of heels, and she'll be walking up and down that trade floor when everybody else is wearing dark suits, pinstripes, women and included. But she's effective. She gets promoted all the time. She's not sleeping around. She simply is great at what she does, but she wants to feel like a lady along the way. So we don't have to abandon our femininity. We don't have to abandon our femininity even as we parent. We can still, come into our feminine energy. When I raised my son, I used to raise him from a very masculine place. Now, obviously, the task of mothering, the setting of goals, doing the lunch tasks and getting things done and ordering things about is a masculine role. But the actual nurturing of the child, I realized that my son needed a feminine mother to raise a masculine man, because it's when I speak to him as a masculine from my feminine, that's when he understands what it is for a man to be respected. That is what it is when I don't interrupt him when he speaks. When I ask permission to share a thought with him, he knows that, oh, my mom respects me, because I am learning to speak to him in my feminine, not only to the boys and how I show him what to expect from a woman, but also to the girls, showing them what a woman should be and how respect looks, when you want to be cherished as a woman. So we don't have to get stuck. Just because it is a job, it doesn't mean that you are therefore to conform. And I love the scripture that says, be ye not conformed to the image of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your minds. We have to understand that we are a part of a system that is perpetually putting pressure on us to conform to its standard. We're perpetually in a season where we're being forced into this place, and whether it's socially, emotionally, spiritually, financially, we are all constantly, all the time, being forced by a system, and I'm going to be talking about this in High Value Girls Pray, and we're going to be talking about the spirit and this and the system of Babylon and how it has literally shifted. So if you want to hear about that, then you want to go to High Value Girls Pray on Facebook and join that group, because I'm going to be talking about this pressure to conform more deeply and more profoundly in High Value Girls Pray. But what I want to highlight to you is that we're constantly under pressure. And the one big pressure that is being put on us as humans that is destroying relationships at lightning speed is this conform to extreme feminist views. Be feminist or be drowned. Choose the way of the feminist or die. And we are eating this stuff, lapping this stuff up, alienating our man ally. I've spoken in my book that men are our allies. They are not our enemy. But when we position ourselves from a feminist perspective, that when you go through the feminine mastery, you understand how the feminist perspective really is a competitive space with men. Yes, women should be paid the same as men. Yes, women should be respected. Yes, they should vote. Yes, I am all about equality in life. But we have to understand that it's about complement in relationships. It's about you choosing whether you want to be a cherished feminine in a relationship or a respected masculine, and knowing that no, you can't have both. That doesn't mean that you can't have cherishing and respect, but not in equal measure and not in the same place. Because we have to understand that whether things are equal or not, masculine is masculine, feminine is feminine, energy is energy. You can't change energy. You can move energy. You can direct energy. You can exude energy. You can work with energy, but you can never ever change energy. And you cannot change masculine and feminine, no matter how political you are. And I don't care how upset you get with me for saying these things. You can't change energy. And if you want to be happy in a relationship, if you want to be a feminine heroine in a relationship, if you want a man that cherishes you and puts your emotions first and foremost, who would rather jump off a bridge than hurt you, who wants to see you smile and happy, then you're gonna have to accept that what you have been to date and the things that you have ingested from media, from the world, from society, those things are your blocks. Those things have become a stumbling block. Those things have now trapped you in a place where now you can only go so far in your relationships. You can only relate to men so far. And that the whole kind of massive feminist agenda, right, that is right now putting a lot of us under a heck of a lot of pressure to conform, right? A lot of that pressure has now forced so many of us into a box, and it's like we have now made men our enemies. We're now at loggerheads with men. You know, I look at some of the comments below and I think so many of us have become jaded. We become jaded with men because we're trying to relate to men as though we were men. We're trying to, you know, we're happy to go and talk to a man first, and we're happy to take the masculine lead, and then when he treats us like his man, or he treats us in a way that we don't want, then we're out here in these streets saying, oh, men are all rubbish. Chengi, stop talking to us girls, go talk to the boys. I do. It's called Chengi's World for Men, okay? If you want me to talk to the boys and talk to the men, it's your job to share the work I'm doing for men, the videos that I put out here with Coach Rena for men. You can help the movement, or you can become a part of the problem. So like I said, Chengi's World is gonna be a little bit more controversial. I'm just gonna have to say the way it is, girls. I'm sorry, but this is just how it is. So I look forward to seeing you on my next video, hopefully. But in the meantime, my angel, do take care of you.